that on. His is good. It's official. It's the city's.
No, except you can't get to it, so.
It's super easy.
Alright, so at this point in time,
Just like that
Alright.
recorder yesterday.
so once everybody,
Awesome.
let me establish something right now. The town of Sugar City is not discussing this as a council. If you have some personal issues and stuff that you want to address with Julie, and Julie wants to continue to answer these questions and engage with us in this conversation, you guys can continue this conversation. But at any point in time that she does not wish to continue, I got to stop us, and we got to go back to your original thing that we came in here for,
Absolutely.
which is your
To
core
watch the
request to watch a video.
Okay.
So if you two wish to continue a conversation, that is up to you. But
I wish to continue.
we are only here for one reason, so we're not going to get into just an overshot thing. Okay. So, for anybody who wants to watch this video, please step into here so you can see exactly who's seeing what area. If you would like to tag along. This is anybody who wants to sit here and see it. We're on this is the fast forwarding minutes.
Okay. Is that backed up to
The day everybody
8:30? Okay, that'll work.
So,
Just so you know, I came up here to get this video, but there's a lot of problems and we need to discuss all of this. First,
we're not having an argument about what we see on the
alright,
video.
let's watch the video.
This is because they just want
This is
to
being
see the video.
recorded by my phone. Anybody who objects, please leave now.
Alright, this is going to take a minute to get to.
Yeah, it's 4 hours at 8 speed, so that's going to take half hour. But we're going to find out exactly how many hours it was searched for, this hard drive.
On this day?
11/18.
Okay,
yep.
well.
The day it was found, you told me multiple times that you spent 2 hours solid looking
No,
for it.
I did not tell you that.
All right, there's another lie.
Okay, we're like I just said, we're not going to go back and forth and argue about
I've already contacted DOLA, and they know exactly what's going on here.
Excuse me, I'm moving over the conversation. Whatever you got going on, just continue to it. Thank you, sorry.
Where does Robbie come in? Because I'm trying to do payroll here.
Good question. Robbie, what time do you think you came in?
Somewhere
9
between
o'clock-ish, 8
8:30 and 9.
Early-ish?
Yeah, it was fairly.
Remember you
early.
saying, you calling me when you found some files.
Why does it keep glitching like that?
That's just because of the Wi-Fi.
Would we have a better view
On
if
a
we pulled
computer,
up the
yes.
PC?
Yes, we would have a much better view. We can all get comfortable. This will be boring for several hours.
Several hours?
30
Excuse
30
me?
30 minutes.
Well, 30 minutes at 8 speed. It's 4 hours of
And,
video.
and again, I'm gonna reiterate, this is not here to throw back in a setting case where people have to put up evidence and fight a case.
No.
We're just simply
I
reviewing
came
a
for
video.
Cora request.
And technically, this is Jay's core request. And just due to the nature of the circumstance, that's why everybody here is currently in the room. Which for
No.
anybody not recording on video is
Okay.
going to be Gary Madison.
Time out. You keep watching the video. Let me know when Robbie gets here.
Okay.
On the 3rd or the 4th is when I told you I looked everywhere. I looked in the desks. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I told Joni I didn't know where it was. I probably stuck it somewhere safe and forgot where I put it because I do it at home.
You
We
did.
talked about that. This day I didn't search for shit. Robbie was in the office.
Here's the problem.
And I didn't tell you that I searched for nothing because I was doing payroll this day.
That's not the day you told me, though.
Yes, it is.
Oh no! See, do you remember at the very end of the meeting when we were outside the door in the hallway coming in, and you were telling me about the Hispanic fellow who got fired for the
Yeah.
drug offense?
Yeah.
You also I asked you right then and there, how long did you spend that day looking for it? And you said, Jay, I promise you, I spent 2 hours
No,
looking
I
for
did
it.
not say that.
That's okay.
I didn't
That's
say
one
that,
more
so.
thing that. All right. So you're saying right now you didn't spend 2 hours?
Not on this day, no.
All right, and you're saying that you also told me Robbie never showed you this hard drive. Is that true?
No, that's what I want to see on here
Okay.
because when I turned around,
Yeah.
he pulled out the internal and said, "Is this it?" And I said, "No, that's not it." And I turned back around.
Was it
'Cause
exactly
I'm in the
where
middle of doing
Was
payroll.
it exactly where you found it?
There's 3 drawers over there.
Right. Was that drawer the drawer you found the hard drive in? The one he pulled that out of?
No.
Well, we're gonna find out here in a minute.
Okay. Well, that's what.
While we're waiting on this, we can discuss some other points. because I did come for this, but since we're having this discussion, Joni, the other day you said, read the minutes, read the minutes, read the minutes. You said it over and over again. So I did. I actually did. And then yesterday, after my court form wasn't being processed for the audio files, I came in to find out what the deal was. And Julie didn't know how to transfer anything from the digital recorder to the computer. So for 2 years, because I've got all the files, nothing has been backed up from the audio minutes. Nothing. So I started listening to them, starting with the meeting where I walked in on November 3rd. That's when I came in and asked about, hey, can y'all let me off of this debt? Up until that day, I've never listened to one of y'all's meetings. That was the day where Nate got upset in the very beginning of the meeting because the minutes did not match what he says happens. Now I know Nate can be a little aggressive, so I assumed he was wrong. Then I listened to the minutes. Shame on this council. That man got attacked. I heard it. I got it right in my pocket. That man got attacked.
Don't believe it.
So I listened to it. And then I listened to conversations about security cameras. I listened to all kinds of stuff because I've spent every hour other than asleep since last night listening to minutes. And I have 2 years worth. I like. Everything I heard on there, I like.
Thank you.
This and the minutes are anything fucking close, but true.
Please try to keep.
I apologize. I will try to be professional. I am angry. The minutes do not match the audio in the slightest. Not even close. I am quoted on here repeatedly, and it is false. Nate is quoted in here repeatedly, and it is false. Kim is recorded in here, and it is false. And I have it right here with the printed. We can sit here all day and get this out, because by the end of today, either we're going to figure this out, or the Attorney General's coming in, and the city goes the fuck away. Excuse me, I shouldn't talk like that. Julie, you have screwed up on the minutes horribly. You put me at risk of lawsuit. Let me show you.
Let's be cautious with our phrasing and just.
Okay, let me show you how I am at risk of lawsuit over something that did not
I
happen.
may have to go get them from the house.
I have a lot of
Give me
documentation.
keys.
We're in the office. They can go get these minutes.
This is why we need.
Let's
an
have the minutes
official
real
meeting.
quick from 11:03 and 11:17 and the last minutes that are supposed to be approved tomorrow. Let's go get those real quick.
This is why
Julie,
we
could you
requested
please
a
grab
real
those?
meeting. There's
Or
really
Robbie,
no-
do you know how to print them off?
She
No.
doesn't know how to do her job.
Well, let's.
We're about to
Well,
show.
then have them fire me.
That's my
Okay.
point today, Julie.
If you don't know how, there's the door, Mr.
That's what's happening.
I know
we
how to
can't
do
sit
my
here and
job.
Contact
The
the
problem
state.
is,
Guys,
I don't
guys,
have
again.
to do verbatim. I'm only supposed to
Yeah,
record
You have
motions.
to get my
You
I
points
am
correctly.
only,
Hold
no,
on, hold on.
according to the law, I only have to record motions.
You're
Okay,
about to
that's
learn
it.
you just broke the law. Go get
You
those,
broke the law.
please.
You lied, and that's not your job. And you can't
Even
do
if she
it.
leaves, we're still here to watch this video, and I'm going to present this. And tomorrow night, if it's not settled, the state attorney general's coming in.
No, no,
because
no.
this right here is legit legal.
If that's the law, then I'm calling the attorney general
Yeah, then we can just
today.
go do that now. This
So
is
this
for real,
needs
man.
to be handled
There's so many
by
things
whoever's
wrong
in charge of the
that
office.
somebody needs to fix it now, and Julie needs to be replaced. That's
And
the
these
end of it.
things too.
If Julie ends it now, I won't pursue the suit against the city. But you can bet if you look in these documents, and I know
Where's the keys? I'm
that
gonna
I
go
have a
get them.
legit lawsuit.
No, the keys.
She put me at risk with the vagrants by saying that I threw them out. It's in there, not exactly threw them out. Something, I will show you on the paper exactly how it's put.
I'm going
That
to
puts
get them.
me at risk because not once in this audio recording did I say a single thing about that. And that puts, if that chick Chelsea comes at me, she now has an official city document to sue me with. 2 of them, because I've checked the minutes, and the one before it is wrong too. I am now at risk of lawsuit. Does anybody think that this is a personal attack at Julie? It's not. Why did I bring this up today? Because apparently Perfecto came at this man over me having physical contact with his body cam. Guess what? Never never happened. That man gives me video off a flash drive. Julie gave permission. This man's aware of it. I filled out the core form. There should be no argument, much less to be attacked from Ordway. I've been attacked as a drug addict this week, a drug dealer this week. I've been attacked for trying to shut down Eddie's food drive this week. I've been attacked for telling people that Joni was trying to steal Brad's property this week. This makes 5. I've had a fucking enough.
Me too.
So, I have called attorneys. Y'all have covered every attorney in the fucking area. Anybody got a problem with me saying fucking? I'm mad.
It's not official here. So.
All right. I will stop all of my shit against Julie. Julie loses her job. I can show on paper a dozen different ways she's not doing her job. Believe me, I got legal stuff to back it up. Here's the minutes. Great. What is this in court? You're a paralegal. What will that do for me? What is that for? Explain it as someone who has never seen it in her life. The whole document, not just the details. What is it for? When did it happen? Who made the document? That is the invoice that I asked for a month ago. Take a look at it and tell me you would use that in court.
No, because there's no date. There's no.
No letterhead.
Well, there's no. What do I want to say? The people that did the work, they should have been named by name for one.
My point is there's no letterhead, there's no date, there's no explanation of what it is. That looks like some bullshit I made at home. The minutes,
It definitely doesn't have enough details, I will say that.
the minutes are so far off, it is painful. Painful. See if I can find some of these. Believe me, I've done my homework. Y'all won't get sued for getting her fired. Plus, she told me at the end of that meeting, at the exact same time she told me that she spent 2 hours looking for it, that some Hispanic fellow had gotten fired over a drug test. She gave me a whole story on how that dude has a lawsuit against you.
He would have a lawsuit if he
You,
did.
as an employee, should never be telling anyone
All right,
outside of the
Robert,
city
just
about
give us
lawsuits.
Robert.
Why couldn't
Robert
he
just
go and
walked in.
turn in for the lagoons and something he knew nothing about?
He called the state. It's his job.
Those are 2 deals
Okay,
with
so this
them
is
then.
Robert just literally came in the door here. You guys are still talking. He just found the ordinances there. You guys are going back and forth about the stack of ordinances you found on the counter.
Great. That's right, right. Let's see. Definitely looks like a guy who's curious about why these papers just showed up. It's a little inquisitive. The important sentence is that top sentence.
Oh, it didn't happen. And it puts me at risk of loss. It's a problem. If that girl Chelsea takes that to a lawyer, I get sued.
Were you aware that there was somebody over at your place not too long ago?
Oh, I've had sheriff's department over there yesterday over Chelsea.
This was several weeks ago.
Me and the sheriff's department are.
Because some lady showed up, you might want to talk to Tracy Reese about it,
I am well involved with Tracy.
because she was the one.
She
that
is the one
called me.
providing me the video.
Yeah,
I
and
am
she said
involved.
that lady showed, it wasn't Chelsea, but it was some other lady that showed up on her doorstep.
Yeah, we're aware. We're
Okay.
the sheriff's department was there yesterday. Robbie's aware. Or I think it's Sunday. Maybe.
There's some of them I think Nate walked in with.
They
me.
went. I don't know.
We got her.
Yeah, we got them right there. And it's really this page.
Has it already showed you finding it?
No, not yet. I think I'm actually in the closet right now, looking around. No.
Okay. Let's see. Is that a working computer?
Barely.
With speakers?
Possibly.
No
We just
speakers.
need speakers.
No speakers. No, I don't have speakers. I think I rounded up everything but speakers. Because the keyboard was missing and the mouse was missing, but
Got your laptop?
Oh, no, not with me.
Where is it?
At home.
Where's Perfecto?
I think he had to take his daughter to court or something in La Junta.
Apparently Perfecto is someone who brought this gossip to me, or indirectly to me, about me. So I'd like to hear it directly from him.
Do you want me to see if I can get a hold of him?
I think Nate tried. I think he said what you just said, something about an appointment. Either
Well,
way,
no, we had went to get the candy for the kids this morning, and
Yeah.
we had went earlier than planned because he had to have Chris in La Junta by 1.
more importantly, I need an official statement, because it's amazing how I sat here yesterday and 24 hours later, the story came back to me as a completely different story, and I'm being attacked for the 5th time in 2 weeks. I've had enough. I'm now looking for an attorney.
So is the thing about you going and you saying that you weren't out to get me, but you went over to Tina's house and told her that the cash drawers are messed up and the
Tina,
daily stuff, Tina and Mike, that the daily stuff was not figuring out.
I have that recorded.
'Cause I just heard
I
that,
can prove
too.
what was said.
Okay, well that's what they just told me, so.
It's okay.
Here's part of the issue. There's not a very big differentiation.
I've been recording
between
all of my conversations, so anybody that said they said,
business
all
and
of
work.
them are recorded.
Well, I'd like to hear it because that's what Tina
Well,
said, and
in
if she's
court
a
you
liar,
might.
she's a liar, but
In court, you might.
While we're waiting, Jay, the reason I am no longer doing code enforcement is I took your advice
Thank you.
and got a little bit of,
Joni, I'm not here for you. I heard you step down from them positions. You were not, I am paying
and Robbie, I
attention to
want
certain
you to know
things,
it had nothing to do with you.
But today's nonsense does not have Joni as a councilwoman that is observing that her employee is doing a there's an issue here. And this right here, abuse of public records, pretty much lines up with this really well. I talked to the state attorney general's office. They're the ones that gave me the number for the statute.
And I do feel a lot better not having so much on my plate, thank you.
Great.
Your point is to be the voter. Vote. You know, let people that have the time and energy, like Gary right here, this dude told me the other day he's riding on the trash truck. He's literally putting in the extra hours. That's what we need. And I get you've been here forever and you've had your hours and you deserve your vote, but let someone else do the hard work. And unfortunately, the office, no matter whose fault it is running like fuck. It just is. And I don't care whose fault it is, but it's getting fixed now. And based that I came in here yesterday and volunteered. First, I helped Julie figure out how to work that recorder. And then I volunteered to come in here with Nate's permission and fix the water meter issue. By the way,
But we got that resolved.
you got that resolved?
Well, we got the guy down here and they went through it today, and we should have a dry run here pretty soon as long as they get the walk
Everyone
out.
here's city except for me and my wife. So I'll say this out loud. Does anyone know how easy it is to tamper with that meter? Did anybody Google it? I did.
I mean, you,
last night.
not to like fix numbers and stuff. That's so.
No,
you,
no.
You literally can't import files.
No,
if-
but here's what you can do, and I love this shit. I watched the video last night. I was laughing hysterically. You take a magnet, a neodymium magnet, $2 magnet, not one of them little bullshit ones, a neodymium, and you throw it on the meter in the right spot, and the meter, there's an impeller in there. You know this. That impeller does not have a digital signal. It has a magnet in it that reads a pulse. I read in it for hours last night. I can explain it. Guess what that thing's got in it? A magnet. Guess what happens if you stick a neodymium magnet right on top of it? It disengages. The water keeps flowing, but the meter number stops exactly where it is. I even tried it. I don't have a neodymium
Strong
magnet.
enough magnet.
We don't have the strong enough magnet. UB Max, holy fuck, easy to manipulate. Did you know
Please
you
don't
can
take a
print-
magnet to our meters.
I'm not.
Gonna ruin the
I,
computer.
you need to know this stuff.
That does.
Y'all need to know this, because if all of a sudden somebody's numbers aren't right, you need to know.
Do you have to put the magnet somewhere obvious, like a big obvious
Right on
thing?
top of
Very
it.
easy.
It's super
It
easy.
would be obvious, but
Only if
they're
someone's
not
looking.
actually having to go in there anymore.
You never see it again.
Julie, your daughter's here.
So I could, as a
I
guy,
just-
We can pause it. Well,
I remember somewhere around, we'll get there. Alright, so the magnet thing, water meters are easy to beat. Y'all accidentally stepped into something that was a Google. UB Max, another thing. UB Max, I've been researching it too, looking for problems. And it is easy to manipulate too. Do you know you can print a receipt without posting one? So you can go back in and change it without it ever actually existing. So you can create a false receipt in UB Max. I know this. It took me one day in forums to learn how to completely work y'all's system. One day. And if I can do it, somebody that, works the system knows.
Did we talk about this while I was gone?
I showed that to, I think, a couple people. The people that,
You and Gary both look.
yeah. What would that do me in court?
Yeah. And before I get into this, and before I say anything negative, I would like to ask, do you know how to do an invoice, Julie?
Yep.
Okay. Well, with that being said, while this is on record, this is not an invoice.
What is that?
And if I need to teach you how, I will volunteer my
What is
time.
that?
That's the invoice you gave
That
us
is what you gave me,
for
I
that
called it an
property,
invoice.
for the lien.
Yeah, that's what I.
If that's what
get
you
it.
call an invoice, then you really need to stop.
No, that's not what it has. It has a name of the owner on the top
Then why
and things
didn't
like
you
that.
do an
but-
invoice like
Why
I
didn't we get
asked
it?
you to?
That's what Joni
I have
stood
been
up to you
so
and said
busy.
that was happening.
It does not
That
matter.
all of you people, yes, it does.
No,
because
ma'am,
there
it's
are
your
certain
job.
things that has
You
to be
get paid
done.
to do it.
Folks,
I don't get paid to do
folks.
everything that I do in this office.
You do.
Oh no, I don't.
Then you need to find another job because you're not
So-
fast enough at it.
Folks,
Really?
We're gonna
Yeah.
keep it. We're gonna keep it mellow. We're gonna-
Okay.
Having somebody else extra in the office will help.
Yes.
It
Well, I
wasn't-
mean-
Not if you
wasn't
don't know
issued.
how to
Julie
do
told
it.
me yesterday,
She can't
Eric's
train
been
people to do
opening the
things she doesn't know
mail,
how to do.
filing, doing a good portion of our work.
If she can't transfer files, why is she training someone else to do it? Why are y'all promoting her?
Transfer.
Files are-
She
Yeah,
could
you
not
didn't know how to
transfer
use
any
that
of those
recorder
files.
yesterday.
She couldn't copy
Either you were
and paste
pretending
your
No,
not to
because
know
it
or
did
you
not
did.
go. It didn't download.
Jody,
Folks.
It doesn't
I have-
download. You have to
list.
manually do it.
No, it didn't open.
And as
Doesn't
I
do
looked
that.
And
in
when
this
I
office,
spoke to
she was
somebody
not
about it,
able
they
to
said
look.
something about I needed
Why
to
is
get
she getting
the,
promoted?
Who'd you speak to about it?
the,
She
I don't
could
know,
not
who did I
transfer
talk
this
to?
stuff, and then today is.
'Cause I looked it up on the internet.
somebody said I
30
needed to
seconds.
get the,
She cannot record the
Who
minutes.
said
the,
that?
She
uh,
cannot reword.
hold
what
on,
was said
I'm
in
thinking
the
while I'm
minutes.
trying to watch this.
She can't do an invoice. She
Um,
can't get the water bills done. and you're
somebody
not
said I
buying
needed
from
to
other
get the
citizens
equipment
money
because
and
the,
receiving
the
things.
recordings are outdated.
The
And so
water
I
bills are
needed
not
to get them to
included.
send me some new software or something so I
Who's
could
this
download
somebody?
it.
That was me.
Which she can't.
I did
told
talk
her.
to him.
And this is a
Okay.
government.
I
office.
told her to check for software too.
She
Guess
doesn't
what?
know how to use the equipment.
There
Jay
is
had to
no
show
software.
her.
You
She's
literally
not
plug it
backing
into
up
the
because she doesn't
computer.
know how.
You
And it
open up
didn't
the
work
file
when I did it
explorer.
with ours.
No,
I'll
no,
plug
Now
it in
you,
with
I can
ours.
understand you don't know this. Nate probably wouldn't either. But the office manager should know
She
this.
knows how to do it.
I am not an office manager.
The office worker should
She
know
doesn't
this.
answer the voicemails.
Okay, well, I plugged it in with our,
percentages
It-
on
it's-
lots
our,
of
it's-
USB
well, here's the
and it
thing.
didn't plug, and it
Here's a
didn't come
problem.
on, so.
Either
There's a
she
good
can't
chance
percentages.
if she didn't know how to use that
Or
recorder,
she did it
that
on
no one's
purpose.
been using that
So is this
backup
a
drive
failure
properly.
to do
And I would like to
things, or does
inspect
she
it
not know
right
how?
now.
Either way, she got a $1 raise.
Because
They're
I will
talking
know.
about promoting her. It's in the minutes.
I'm not gonna
There's
let
a
this
law.
promote
I
me.
am
Did I
talking.
tell you I didn't
I am
let?
talking.
Yes, she did.
You do not
Really?
bully me.
Stop.
I am
Hey,
You're
speaking.
bullying me.
Ladies,
Ladies.
please,
You let
if
me
you would.
speak. This is my time.
Oh, okay.
Technically, we're here for a court
Yeah.
press, and that's a side conversation you guys are going on.
Yeah, y'all have that
Technically, can't
conversation.
tell you to have the conversation. I just ask that you keep it in
Okay.
tone of moderation.
So, this hard drive should have a data log that tells every time it's been plugged in, and it should have a computer signature and a separate partition that most people don't know exists. I'd like to see the hard drive. I would also like to see the DVR from the last security system, because I would like to check the digital signatures on it, or see if the hard drive just failed.
I believe we sold those.
You sold those. Did you clear them?
Probably not.
Y'all just violated
Well,
federal
no,
law.
well, technically, we couldn't
If you
record
didn't, if
anything.
you got rid of that hard drive, y'all violated law.
Did.
That was
We
not.
We
sold the-
all right. We sold a few things. A DVR might not have been one of them.
I know you bought the cameras.
I bought the 2 little cameras.
We need to
But
know where
there
that
was,
DVR is.
there was the
Eric-
old DVR
Eric
that
picked up
Everett
something.
bought when he worked here.
So that
Everett
would've been
picked
from a
out
while
that
ago.
one.
Which one was from the system that just got replaced?
I think it should still be in existence
Great,
because
let's find it.
the one
I
that
want to
Eric
inspect
bought,
it.
to my knowledge, did he buy 2
Can
of
you
them,
can
Julie,
you
or just
define
one?
and inspect?
I want to look in the data log and see which computers it's been plugged into and on which dates. And I will gladly do that in front of a room of people, because I'm
Okay,
hiding nothing.
Okay, on that to address that, which I can't really address because I have to do it in an executive session.
Okay.
Um,
I can bring up points. Y'all figure it out as you must.
well, I have my own things that I came to discuss now. But like again, I got to bring it up in executive session because I'd be a person
Okay.
of the city talking
We
about
can do
an
this
employee.
correctly.
So
These are my problems. And there are more, but these are the important ones. The minutes one sets me up for lawsuit. It just does. The second minutes, the way it's so poorly handled, and for one, it says in here that I said that I got information from the mayor. I got it from Eric. I listened to the audio recording myself. I say Eric. Why does it say mayor in here? That makes him the culprit and not Eric the culprit. There's a lot not in here. And I'm pretty sure if we forward this to the state attorney general's office, you're gonna get a knock on the door. This isn't one of the usual little, I'm gonna blah, blah, blahs. This ain't personal, folks.
Well, you should.
Okay,
You
this
should.
is your
Call 'em
job.
and have them come down.
This is your job, Julie. And it's not getting done correctly.
Call them and have them come down. I don't have anything to hide, so,
Are you sure?
yep.
Okay.
Will you read my part that she just completely,
And yours, I will admit, I probably did script because I could not hear you. And so I don't know how you could have heard her.
Pretty
So-
easy.
It's
I put it
on
on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Nate, could you come with me just a second to see if that
Well,
other
you wanna
DVR
watch
is
it?
sitting back here? I want to see if that other DVR is back here.
Please.
I didn't say in that meeting, I saw a video and it was dark.
No.
Mark, you
And
let
there
me
was
know
a man.
when?
That's
Anything-
what Joni told you.
No, that's what you typed
Oh.
in the meeting.
No,
man.
that's what Joni told you, and that's what you quoted
Let's find out.
to.
Let's see then. Miss, I do my job and I know what I'm doing. I will call you.
Oh, we're
You don't
about
bully
to,
me.
Hold on, stop. Stop. See, here's a great thing. This drive has hours of video on it, and then I clipped it down so that we don't have to watch hours of video.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about your stuff. You're not gonna just make up stuff in front
Oh,
of me.
and this isn't even all about Julie. This is other problems. There's so much wrong going on up here. You're outside the circle, so I feel you may listen. I want to show you all this.
Can I have you for just a split second?
Yeah.
No, I'm getting to something. What do you need?
Okay. That zip code, even in the computer, it's still the same.
Did you change it in the computer?
No, I can't because I don't know what the zip code is. You want me to just physically look at
It's
Google?
oh no, it's over there by my desk. There's a thing of zip codes.
But it's for Connecticut.
No, you have to send it. Their address is Fowler though, right? Their billing address?
No, it's Connecticut.
Okay, then we have to send it to them.
Okay. Just check.
Okay, so they're discussing that on the side with like the minutes or
I love video. Where's my timestamps? Oh. This is what a professional transcript looks like and correct. I know because I did it for a living. I did it myself. What the fuck?
Well, I don't do transcripts, so.
You found it? Great. We'll get to that later. Right now, I need to find timestamps because something wasn't said. Bring my timestamps to- Here we go. Hold on, I got it.
hopefully if we can be what it
I'm pretty sure that's this. You can read along. Or you really can't, because it's not even close.
Well, I requested verbatim minutes quite some time ago, and immediately after it happened, the next meeting, I was outvoted because it was like 14 or 15 pages. And so
Oh, it's work.
it was a council decision not to have them.
If they put it in the minutes, legally it has to state exactly what I said. It can't state some random crap I might have said.
They can say
And
discussion.
if you show it, yeah.
Or it in verbatim, but they cannot pick and choose what they say. That just turns what I said into a complete different statement. What I said in there got turned into, I seen a video and it was dark and all we could see was it was a large man. I never said in that meeting I saw a video in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I didn't. I said that Dean told me that. And I didn't even try to bring Dean's name into it until it was, it was said, no, there was no video. And I didn't make that up, Johnny.
Well, when I first saw the video, I actually thought it was Louis.
But you
But
see
then I
how
found out it was Eric.
I didn't make that up, and I didn't say that in that meeting. But that's what she chose to type up.
Hi.
Okay, what are we looking for? Let's see what this is. Hard drive, security. Which different thing am I looking for at the moment? Actually, we're at that point. Let's just look at it. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I just thought
I actually hope they had called you. No? Well, here's the quick synopsis. All week long, like I told you on the phone, I've been getting these crazy little gossip hassles and dumb stuff, and most of it was small. Most of it I dropped. Me and Joni discussed some things, we worked past it. I had moved on to helping around here and doing a few things. Yesterday, or a week ago, I filed core forms for a couple of videos that had some questionable things going on, and the audio recordings for the minutes I was at. I asked for those because the minutes has a lot of things I'm supposed to have said and did not say. And they are way, way night and day wrong. In the very beginning statement on one of them, and here's what makes me concerned. This makes me liable to lawsuit. Read the first sentence, please.
First 2 lines.
The first one, it's two
One
statements
sentence.
in one sentence. Only half of that is true. At no point did I bring up handling the squatters at any point. I listened to the minutes this morning. I have every one of those minutes on this flash drive. If they would provide a speaker, I can play it for you. So that,
Have these minutes already been approved?
yes,
Okay.
those are 2 minutes ago, 2 sections of minutes ago. Joni the other day said, read the minutes, read the minutes. We did, and we realized how bad they are. I am quoted a bunch of times completely incorrectly. She is quoted with things that are, this is my version of the minutes, half of it. I stopped at half because I got so angry that this and this are, this is the book, this is the TV movie. So we read the next minutes, and then I spent the last 16 or 18 hours, except for when I was sleeping, listening to minutes. And oh my God, these people, everyone needs to be listening to what's really been going on, including you. July of this year, another attorney said everything I'm saying. The same thing that I said in the meeting last week that made her scream and cry. And it's all on video. Yeah, you need to watch this stuff.
Yeah, watch it, please.
Let me fast forward to why I'm here today. All right, I had dropped all of this. Dropped it. I came in here yesterday to help her, and I did. Sat down, I got all the
I have my
recordings
backpack
after
on, that
2
means
years.
it already
None of
happened.
the minutes recordings
I'm getting ready to
have
leave.
been transferred to
So you went too far.
because no one knew how to do it.
Okay.
So
The
it took
woman
me
you're gonna
10
promote.
seconds to show them.
Y'all gave her a raise.
In doing
and you
so-
talked about making her the office manager. You can't do that.
Hold on. Let's. In doing so, sorry. Go ahead. You
Sorry.
made me lose my train of thought. What was I just saying?
Talking about transferring from the recorder to the computer.
Okay. I came in here to do that. I helped them, and in doing so, I got all the recordings myself.
Okay.
My second objective yesterday
gonna be
was to
right
tell them
before
that I will come
noonish.
in and help them with this water meter stuff. I'm a tech guy. I'm great at computers. I'm very good at tech. I code. I understand more. I've already told them a flaw in their water system they didn't even know
Before?
about.
Yeah.
The water meters here can be defeated with a magnet. No one seems to know that, but I found it last night. Look, it took me 10 minutes to look. So I offered to do that. Today, I get a call that the gossip around, and 5th time now, I've had enough. It has cost me a food drive. I had a second care and share food drive coming in. The pastor came to me, thinks I'm attacking him in his food drive and calling him a fraud. All I was doing was bringing in a second one through somebody I met through Nate. Had nothing to do with
So
me
we're
trying
gonna
to
go back
undercut
to
Eddie.
here,
So we
gonna
just
do
lost
this.
any help from the local community on a second food drive, vaporized. Then I went to Toby Allenbaugh. Got my ass chewed out of him. He was supposed to be helping me learn the water system and guide me through some peoples. Now that man wants nothing to do with me. So 2 strikes against me. Then this man's new supervisor is Perfecto. Perfecto calls with gossip from Ordway that I am telling everyone that I have told Julie's daughter that I did it. That I told Julie's daughter that I have physical possession of his camera and that I've been using it and all. Well, we'll ask Perfecto.
That's not
Let's
what
get this for
Julie's
Perfecto.
daughter
Exactly.
said.
Let's find out what for
Julie's
Perfecto.
daughter got her information from Tina and Mike.
Let's find out.
That's
for
why I'm
Perfecto.
trying to kind of say that the separation of
So,
work and gossip is an issue.
All of a sudden, I am in possession of things that I'm not in possession of. I have had enough. I had dropped this. Me and all of us, except for Gary, had all chatted independently, and I had agreed to let it go as long as certain things got fixed. But today's attack was enough. I've had enough. I've talked to the state AG several times in the last 2 weeks. I am ready to bring out the water bill stuff, everything else that doesn't even pertain to this, plus this. Because what this line that says that I said, where'd that piece go?
So, right, you took care of the squatters.
And had put a stop to the people who were squatting in the house. Listen to the recording. I never once say anything in the ballpark ever. Why? Because I know bringing them up, it puts me at risk.
Okay.
I brought up squatters' rights in front of you. I listened to that meeting too. If you listen to that meeting versus the minutes, book, TV, movie, I am misquoted. I am called saying things to the mayor, Eric. I said them to Eric, not the mayor. I said a lot of things that aren't in here. Things that I did say got twisted, and things that she didn't say are in these minutes.
And
These are
nothing that
official
I-
documents,
nothing
right?
that I did say was in that statement. She just took whatever she wanted
Listen
to say.
to it. I got it. If you got another flash drive, or you can borrow mine.
Well, it's changing the agenda and the minutes to make a more simple process is one of the things we got to work on anyway.
It
And
can
that's
Simple
say-
that's one.
process.
It can say
I'm in
discussion
here-
or verbatim, but neither one, and you know that.
Well, and that's where I say, because we can do electronic recording now, we don't have to take verbatim minutes. We can just have.
They're not
minutes to talk about.
No, and she types
Until
them
I
up.
got a copy of them,
Mhm.
the only copy that existed for 2 years was on a recorder that she refused to hand me. The reason I put in the court forms is I came up here and I wanted to listen to 2 minutes of one clip. 2 minutes, that's it. But she made such a weird deal about letting me anywhere near it
Okay.
that I had to look further. And
Okay.
every
No,
time
I
someone
let you
does-
listen
Go
to it.
back
Did you let me
further.
touch that recorder?
Nope, I did
you?
not.
End of story. Like I just said, she would hold it out and
Because
play
the
it
only
and control
recording
it.
we had, and Nate asked me just a
Why
few
wasn't
days
it back
before
then?
that, when I delete the minutes, and I said
Why
no,
wasn't
so
it
I
back
wasn't
then?
gonna have
But-
any of you deleting the minutes.
I said I know we saw it.
Everything.
That's how the town's
Just a
been
matter
doing
of
it.
when and
Why
where.
wasn't it back then, Julie?
That's how the town's done it.
This woman told you to back up the computers in the minutes the week before, the same day the hard drive. And by the way, I figured out
so-
some hard drive stuff.
So we're getting
And it's
to the
awful
part-
odd.
Do you remember the
part here
minutes? What
where
time
they're
it
looking
happened?
Okay.
for the video.
And mind you, the other night, Julie told me she searched for this hard drive for 2 hours. So I requested to see the footage.
I did, but this is not
At
the
this
day.
moment,
I was doing
she has
payroll.
not spent 1 minute looking
You're
for it.
twisting my words now, and you
No, I
think
am
that's
not.
okay. It's yes, you are.
What?
She also told me to have a Hispanic fellow who just got fired for a drug test, let him know that he should sue the city.
Yeah, he should.
That's what the secretary is telling the public
The
here.
separation of.
I'm telling the
gossip and
attorney in front of everybody.
That's fine.
We
I
don't
did
have
say
a
that.
good place to discuss this. We can't come
Nope.
into the office, and we
It has
can't
been
discuss
hostile.
It in
We
council
can't get
meeting.
anything accomplished. And the gossip train around here has reached level 10. I've had enough.
And they tend to bully
At this
people.
point,
Yeah, me
my
too.
I'm not
business,
having it.
I put in a business proposal to the city. Are you aware of that? So at this point, the city knows that I am trying to open a business here. At the same time, people in the city are attacking me and doing things that are setting me up for lawsuits. That sounds like something that might be accurate. But here's the thing. I've called every attorney in town, and guess who they refer me to? You. You know why? Because everyone else has worked for them. You are the last attorney in the neighborhood. So please don't quit. Because otherwise, I've had to call all the way to Denver to find people who haven't worked for this town. It's annoying.
I had to call a generic national lawyer
Oh.
that deals nationally
Since you're
because I couldn't find everybody. John Finger,
way.
everybody pointed me to you.
may I
But
bring up more
unfortunately,
child support?
this town has used everybody.
That would be under a personnel issue between two employees. That would be kind of
Well,
a
I'm the one that did the math.
town discuss side of things. So I mean that's Robert's.
We can't
May
get
I
anyone to
discuss
the
that,
office
Robert?
to do things.
Discuss what? I'm sorry.
Your child support issue.
Yeah, I mean, I was
Okay.
going to.
I asked, this man said he was being attacked. I said, prove it in the numbers. That's how I view it. I like numbers. So I said, prove it in the numbers. Bring me your payroll stubs and let's do it. Because Julie sat down with me and said, I do it based on percentages.
What are we talking?
They went to state
His
of
child
Texas as well.
All right, this man
Copies
is supposed
of my
to,
pay
is
stubs?
supposed to lose half his pay to child support, but he's not. She's been allowed, or she's been taking out 20 to something percent for months and months and months, right? All right. So as soon as this man started getting on the town's nerves, he started noticing his child support